For a bit over a year now, Fallout 76 has been criticized and held over the burner for many of the missteps of Bethesda, and with good reason. The game was released a buggy mess, struggling to get out of a perceived beta phase. The bad press didn't end with just the game development either, as many have coined the term the curse of Fallout 76 as a way to explain the many quirks the title has had since launch. Whether it be merchandise or the servers themselves, Fallout 76 quickly became one of, if not the worst rated title of 2018, and especially in the Fallout series. The bad reviews of Fallout 76 are no secret to fans of the series. In fact, it has split the fan base in places, some siding hard with Bethesda and blindly defending everything they have done or plan to do, and others becoming bitter by this idea. If we disregard the extremes and look at the game objectively, it hasn't had a good start. There's no logical way to deny this. Bethesda has muffed up the franchise quite a bit when it comes to Fallout 76, whether it be the choice to make it online, which isn't a wrong decision by itself, but it was executed poorly in this scenario, or the many retcons to establish lore that Fallout 76 brings to the series. Fans have every right to spank Bethesda when they are disappointed. One thing that won't disappoint you though, is subscribing to my channel for more Fallout content. I'll never leave you unsatisfied. The speculation for Wastelanders, the newest DLC to hit Fallout 76, and in my opinion, the first real update to the game that has been this intense, many, myself included, have expressed opinions and thoughts on how it would play out, with the projections looking pretty grim. Speaking from my own perspective, I have made quite a few videos about Fallout 76 and where it is probably going. Though I stand by most of my critiques of the game, there is something that was quite the surprise, and honestly a very welcome one. I was wrong about Wastelanders. Though the goal in this video is to not give too many spoilers, it may still happen. I am going to do my best to not spoil any significant plot points while still informing you about my thoughts about this update, so if you are worried about it being spoiled, you should be fine. Again, I will be showing some characters and talking about some stories featured in Wastelanders, so take that as a bit of a warning. My experience with Wastelanders was from the perspective of a high-level melee character, sitting around level 126 when I started the update. I plan on going back and starting a new character for a couple of reasons, but this will allow me to experience the update from that perspective. One thing I noticed going through the various new things Fallout 76 has to offer, I haven't leveled up this much in a very long time. The quests seem to be doable solo at this level, and I had gained 3 levels from just a couple hours of quests. Before Wastelanders dropped, I was convinced that it would be an instanced scenario, where we would only see human NPCs in private instanced areas. I was half right there, or downright wrong depending on how you look at it. I was wrong about NPCs only showing up in private areas. NPCs roam Appalachia now, sometimes hostile, sometimes not. A lot of major settlements have new residents now as well, which has led to an incredible overhaul of these areas, with updated names like the Crater and Foundation, the Raider and Settler settlements, respectively. When leaving Vault 76 or logging into your character that has already left, you will see a couple of new quests appear. One is a terrific introduction to the new NPCs that call the map home, and the other is a new main quest focused around continuing the Overseer of Vault 76's journey. Both of them have hours of content, and I genuinely enjoyed both of them. One thing I noticed right off the bat is the improvements to the dialogue system that have been made. That and the voice acting. Both are stellar. I haven't found one character that I thought was poorly voiced. One of the highlights being Mort, a ghoul inside the Wayward, voiced by Jay himself from the Jay and Silent Bob series, Jason Mewes.
Now what can I do for you? Allergies. Learned the hard way, I can't stand within 10 feet of a strawberry. Come on, man, that's a joke. Truth is, I was outside on Doomsday. Now you see, I drove security, and I was coming back from a pickup in the truck when I feel this rumble, and then quiet. Then a whole lot less quiet. And the truck was hit with this wind, and it was like someone dropped a hurricane on it. I can hear it battering the truck, bang, 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 like it's got a grudge against it. And then I unlocked the door and into the back, and then bang, I wake up, man, and it's crazy. Somehow, in the back of the truck, alive and kicking. All it cost me was my skin and any opportunity for someone liking me for anything other than my lovely personality. And that was the day I became, well, they call us ghouls, not the most flattering name, but still beats being vaporized.
The impressive voice acting really helps bring these characters to life, and it is such a refreshing breath into the now stagnant Bethesda formula. If Wastelanders has done anything, it has grown my expectation for future single-player Bethesda titles, as it's not just the voice acting that has improved. Multi-person conversations are handled well with panning and depth of field blurs, and it really adds quality to the discussions. This is all mixed with the fact that we are back to a silent protagonist. Really puts Fallout 76 above Fallout 4 now when it comes to the interactions with NPCs, role-playing, and yes, in my opinion, even the story, We'll get to that in a bit. One thing I've been asked most about with my time with Wastelanders is the bugs. Fallout 76 is infamous for how buggy it has been, far more than any other Bethesda title to date. I'm happy to say that I experienced very few bugs, though I will admit I might have gotten one towards the end of my session. Without giving too much away, I was tasked with getting into an underground area of Grafton Steel with Rah, a young raider girl who had lost her toy, and we were going to get it. She dropped me a pulse grenade, and when I went into my inventory, there were 2 listings for the item. One was a false placeholder that disappeared when I tried to equip it, and the other was the pulse grenade. After this scene, I could not for the life of me figure out where I was supposed to go, which had happened a little while before as well, and it was kind of my fault. So I am unsure if I just wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, or if it had bugged out on me. Out of the 8 hours I played it, I experienced 1 crash in the Xbox One version. None of the bugs I had seen happening before showed their face, and there were even some that I had tried to trigger, but they had seemed to be patched out. It doesn't mean they aren't there. I just didn't see them, which is a great sign. When it comes to the story, I think Bethesda really added what was needed here. In my opinion, if you combine the original main quest with the 2 that come with Wastelanders, you are looking at a better Fallout story than Fallout 4. A lot of things factor into my thought process here. As I said, I don't want to launch major spoilers, so I'll keep it a bit brief. The actual main quest that is added is the one involving the Overseer. After making contact with her, we find out about a vault stocked to the brim with gold, which has an excellent little video introduction to the currency.
Special Vault Deck presentation. Gold. This rarefied metal has been the backbone of trade since time immemorial. And in the event of nuclear war, this precious resource will once again become invaluable to rebuilding America's economic future. That is why Vault-Tec has been commissioned to build a different and very real vault. Named for the atomic number of the metal it will guard, Vault 79 will be the new home for all of America's gold reserves. Fort Knox will secretly be retired and emptied. Its gold bullion transported to the new vault, where it will be safe behind Vault-Tec's top-of-the-line automated security. Biometric recognition to verify authorized personnel. Sophisticated laser grid fields to ward off intruders. And, in the unlikely event of a breach, military-grade defensive turret systems built in partnership with our friends at Robco. All of this, along with Vault-Tec's signature lead-lined containment walls, airtight construction, fusion-powered generators, and automated manufacturing facilities. Vault 79, a golden future for the America we all know and love. Brought to you by Vault-Tec.
The plan is to break into the vault and start a new government with the precious metals that are locked away within. To do this, we are going to need help from the various new humans in the area. So far, Fallout 76 allows you to choose between raiders and settlers in this quest, even adding a reputation system to both parties. Each has its own unique way of getting into the vault, and it's up to you to recruit them for the job. The gold bullion that you find within can be used to be traded with gold bullion traders such as regs for various late game plans and recipes. A lot of quests also reward you with legendary script now to be traded at the purveyor. All of this comes with some shiny new achievements that will fuel the desire of any hunters out there. I was particularly excited to see this as the last few minor updates didn't add any. So to sum it up, I am thrilled to say I was wrong about Wastelanders. As many of you know, I am an incredibly big Fallout fan and I have been since the 90s. And it really hurts to see Fallout 76 launch and get such bad reviews. It hurts to not like it or want to play it. I have been critical of this mess in the past, but fair is fair. No, the bad taste of Bethesda's past deeds has not left my mouth. I don't look at Wastelanders as compensation for the things that have led us to this point. I have to give credit where it is due though. Wastelanders is a terrific step in the right direction for Fallout 76. If Bethesda intends to follow this trend, the game could be formed into something really great that a lot of people will love. Time will tell because, as we all know, Bethesda never changes. Thanks for checking out my video on Fallout 76 Wastelanders, and if you enjoyed what you saw, consider leaving a like and even subscribing for more Fallout content. I want to thank my patrons and YouTube channel members. I couldn't do this without you. Special shout out to my biggest supporters, Kim Jong-un, Mark Train, Irwin, Fireflare, Edgy, Primarch Mustard, and Corbin King. Thank you guys for everything. I will catch you on the next one. It has been Mantis.
I gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day you die, you gon' touch the sky. You gon' touch the sky, baby girl. Testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day you die, you gon'